going Chalet. Chalet, the one map where Gen.G were able to defeat G2. Why is that? Because the map layers of Chalet makes it really easy.
G2, surprising no one. They are the favorites, Tim, but as I alluded to during that part, that you most definitely different look G2 today. I don't expect it'll be the outcome, but let's not count.
It will be downed as well. Deadshot's going absolutely nowhere. He's got his Kiba barricades. But how about timing for that? Almost knows that the blitz is going to push him and sort of preemptively throws the nade, but it's not going to be enough. Alamau manages to take him down. Skies does pick up Blast though. Doki has been put back on his feet, so we are in.
Out towards blue. Maybe the Doki instead swings across and looks to join him over towards the west side of the map instead. We're into that last 30 seconds though, Tim, so whatever they do from here, they're going to have to commit to. And Doki, no! That's not the way to do it. I said a bullet would be enough, but also, of course, one of those cap can traps also going to help. Down he goes, and this one looking dire, but Alamau and Stomping going to try and make it work. MACKO ready and waiting for the drop. Stomping might get one, but he's dropping in towards Smoke here. Tim probably gets himself another kill off the back of it. Yes, he does, but it's got to collect two more. Up close, nearly gets rid of Skies, but no. Down, you have to be cautious, otherwise you walk into, well, exactly what Doki found out here. They was about to say there could be a freebie for Skies, but no. Doesn't quite manage to find Alamau, who's on the downstairs, but Blast, no, boys! Can't be letting this one happen. It's got away with 2 kills there from the main breach.
On catwalk, if main breach is open, you've got to be careful around elbow, and they've been punished, as you say. Deadshot is looking to get a little bit aggressive here. He's going to have to change his game.
Oh!
But no! What a double from Deadshot! Lyra had only just got the kill onto Asa it was, and Deadshot brings them back into it. Azox with one, and all of a sudden it's a 2v2, but G2, they managed to get themselves the advantage back. Des, this is a must-win.
Construction, 1 through bedroom window. Good for a crossfire, as long as they know where Azox is. And I'm not too sure they do, Tim. They're playing a bit of a guessing game. In fact, now they have an idea. In behind the mattress, but he finds one. The Vector ripping through one more. A nade over the top. Azox was ready, but no. Lyra gets it back, and Tim...
There's going to be a little bit of care. Nade goes in. If they got themselves to that, doesn't really move anybody into bit. If anything, they've actually just lost the body. Doki is going to be downed elsewhere and taken out by Azox. So that utility, I always question when you send utility in. I kind of see it as like selling that utility. What have you sold it for? Have you got a kill for it? Have you got some space for it? Have you got, you know, a bit of movement? And the answer is G2 got nothing for that utility that went in. Asta's going to pick up Stomping in the latest of 3. This is going to be an absolute rollover for Gen.G in this round. 5 versus 1 now. Pissing down a flawless. Alamau's just going to wait. Bad his time. He's got a minute 20, so he can use that clock a little bit. See if anybody gives him an opportunity, which they will. 1v5 becomes a 1v4, becomes a 1v3.
Let's not get too silly now, shall we? They've lost a player, they've lost a second, they've lost a third. Oh no, the round is basically cooked. You're not looking at a team here that's coming in the form of G2. Now trying to almost cut off and isolate this player inside a strip. They've dropped down already, Tim. Look at this from Lyra. Wow, taking Ash main to the brain. And sadly, a couple of bullets in the same direction. Deadshot shutting him down, and now Skies not so much under threat. If Lyra got away with tearing apart the defense there from within, that could have been the round already decided for G2. I love it.
It's something. I'll give you that, Des. It's not looking like it's... Oh, I was going to say working, but Blaz manages to pick up Deadshot. MACKO has to take a little bit of a dip away from that fight. Finds himself in armory, looking to pick up the man boxers, but a change in elevation from Blaz allows him to dunk on MACKO, take him down, and there goes the plant as well. What a round from Blaz. Diffuser down, and Sky's now in a 1v4 looking to fight back. It was unorthodox from G2, but it's bringing results.
Wow. This has been such an interesting round to watch. The first time I feel that I've seen a team find a different answer to the strip club roam that we've seen getting more and more popularized. Inside a lodgy, on towards main stairs. Look, all of them are gathered around here with one inside a bathroom. G2 largely pushed them back, but we did see a player drop through the construction hatch earlier, Tim. He's still downstairs. They could be dropping in to a fire line from below here. In fact, at the exact moment, Alamau goes for a challenge. Deadshot wins it out and has now got that vertical on side again. Blaz is in. Another 2K in this round. Going to try and stick the plant here, Tim, as we go into the last 10 seconds. He's got a clash and the warden to beat out, and I don't think he'll get away with it. No. MACKO rounding through. Again, like what I saw at no. But it's still the threat that it can bring. It's still the information that gets provided by those laser trips at the same time.
Very easy for Doki to pick up MACKO there. Had a good idea that he was going to be lurking around lounge.
They set themselves up, and as I said, they won't run over a Denari team. I think Alamau just got zapped by one on the bottom of main stairs there anyway. It's done its work though. They've got Church being opened up. Skies, here he goes. Gets one again. He's got to match that kill count of 3 from back in round 1 if he wants to have the same impact. But in the blink of an eye, G2 are down 2 players, down a man advantage, Tim. Not looking too pretty.
No, we can see them under the influence of those trip connectors as well. 3 versus 4. G2 desperately need the next kill. Won't get it. Stompin, however, manages to get himself 1 and a down. No, it was Lyra, sorry, who picked up the down, but it's a map they don't normally play. They've got 2 attacking rounds on it, which is unusual for them. Are they going to have... But is it going to be effective? That's what we're going to see in the next 2 rounds, 7 and 8. That mirror window at the bottom of main stairs.
Enough pressure starting to build around there, right? They've got all 5 players alive and they're starting to ask questions of Sight itself. But Stompin holding down and finds one, looks for a second, gets rid of him too. That's what his team need to get things moving here. Azox gets rid of Doki. Another one follows, and Lyra again has found the response back on the other side. And I worry now, Tim, for Gen.G because they're up against Blast. Oh my God, forget about Blast, Tim. They're up against Stompin. A 4K into Moto.
Lyra over there, 2 of the real dangers at the minute that Gen.G have been facing. So a lot of work for them to do. I was going to say that's so big from Stompin.
And start challenging those players on that south balcony. They've got to be really respectful here about what's going on. But now it looks like he might be able to get away. But that means another 30 seconds is gone. Doki has tried to make something happen, but with some shots, the Skies has got 1. Blast back another. A casual shot onto the second brings us down to a 3v3. Blast into a third for the headshot. Tim, I said, will they find another hero? And in this round, it's Blast.
Blast is just so good. Manages to pick up a triple and has just completely slipped the net. Gen.G have let him get away with one there, and he has punished them for real. He's going to get another if they're not careful. Does some damage, and this is all that G2 need to do now. With 15 seconds, is keep chipping away. Surely Blaz for the last. He's got the intel. He knows the man is there. Picks up the kill. 4K for Blaz. G2 get round
towards the site itself, and that could prove to be a little bit of a problem. They've got no Selmas they can use, for example, Tim. Maybe you try and get the Ying up nice and close, but I don't think that's going to help you either. Doki, only his 2nd kill this game, but a crucial one.
G2 have fanned it out, and Doki should be able to keep himself active here for even longer. He needs to not over-aggress here. He's getting kill after kill. It's beautiful stuff. The Candela comes in. It doesn't matter because Doki finds another one. 1 versus 5. Deadshot is just left on this breach. He has to play up close to make it useful. Look, that was beautiful from G2.
Big moments from individuals. Stompin 4K, Blaz 3K, Doki 3K. And it's not even like these kills will come off the back of, you know...
One preference for Gen.G. They love this map. Yeah, they might, but in the last 6 months, they played it 7 times and lost it 5. Like, they don't have the best record on it. I think G2 have read into that beautifully. You know, and that's the reason that we're here playing on it. They've looked at it and said, yeah, they'll let us play there if we want to, because they love it. But, you know, the results aren't generally the best on there. MACKO does manage to pick up to Church, but only 15 seconds to go, Des.
Not a lot of time. There's that Dokkaebi call that I was on about, Tim. If they've got any chance of winning this, it's going to be now. But still 2 smokes to play behind. Blaz can do a lot of denial if so desired. Instead steps out into the main hall, but no! Blaz is my main worry in that case, as well as the smokes. And now they're looking for it, but smokes are starting to come out from Alamau. Is it in the right spot, though? I'm not too sure it is. I love this angle, and it gets him a freebie. Stompin, stepping across into it as the bathroom gets opened up.
Shot, just predicting that movement from Stomp and his team, kind of making it happen, giving him that opportunity, and he gets himself a kill. Again, too easy as Skies manages to pick up Lyra and moving back into construction. This is looking really dangerous for G2. We've spoken about hero plays, Des. They need to be finding one. Somebody needs to step up here and go big. Get a 3K, get a 4K, and get them back into this. It ain't going to be Doki as he gets taken down by MACKO. It's all up to Alamau. 1v5 becomes a 1v4. He gets the shotgun out, cannot get the kill. Skies closes him down, and Gen.G take...
Did the same when they were on the attack, as I mentioned. So, interesting little adaptation to what maybe we're used to seeing here, which is normally a full lock-off of that church wall.
Naturo still hasn't gone out from Alamau. Lyra keeps himself on stairs. They've no idea! He gets 1, nearly makes it 2, but he he's going to be cut off from the Mortar hatch drop. That is a good response from Skies. 4 versus 4, that could have been far more lethal for Gen.G, but they're losing health along the way. Deadshot picks up Alamo, 15 seconds left to go. Stomping onto NAKO. Look at the health on Gen.G. They've barely got anything left, and they've still got a clash to deal with. Stomp and find Skies. 2v2, seconds remain. 1v1, but it's a clash. Surely they don't get the kill. They do not. And Des, we're going to shock dart as well that can clear out a single piece of utility. Blast just looking to get himself active. Been a little bit quiet the last few rounds, but just wanting to get something going from that breach. Over aggression from Alamo is punished as Skies just continues holding mouse one and gets his kill. Blast does get himself back in the action. We hear an air jab being hit elsewhere as well. 3 versus 4, a minute still left on the clock. It's not looking good for G2, but again, Stompin is fighting his way back into this for them.
All right, Doki gets one back. It's down to a 2v2. The housemates coming up against Azox. And now the Stompin's in. Does he know about the man on his close angle? I don't think he does. Might find himself swung, tries to bait it. Not quite finding it, but no. Winning out on the one. It's all down to Stompin here. Can't get the man on the down. Azox hits his third of the round. And yet again, Tim Scott previously. Here comes the first one as we get towards this last 30.
We've seen that middle panel actually get reinforced now.
Yeah, okay.
This is now locked down. It's the Church defense. 25 seconds left to go. They have to start working down short. Asa tries to make a move, but it just doesn't work. He gets cut down as does Skies. 5v2, and surely a matter of time as we see Deadshot hit the ground. It's all up to Azox in the 1v5. Cannot get us.
When do they pull the trigger and say go?
Got to keep an eye on Skies. 18 kills and up on second floor. If G2 don't pay him enough attention, he's going to hit them, and he's going to hit them hard. But here comes the pressure. Beautiful start. Doki gets one. He needs a second, and he finds it. The reflexes on that kill were beautiful. Alamo's putting the diffuser down, and it looks like G2's gamble might just pay dividends. 5 versus 1. They've got the diffuser down. It's all up to NAKO. He's fighting back, but can do nothing as G2 take Clubhouse. Unfortunately, it was not. It turned out to be quite sour for Gen.G as G2 took the win. They got to choose Skyscraper now, which is where we go. G2 have got to be sitting there feeling like, yep, I love it when a plan comes together, because that is what it looks like is happening. Gen.G surely a little bit beaten. Problem.
Once you say that, it's starting to grind to a bit of a halt here, and Laura knows that he's under pressure. Gets a little tap there, I thought, to Skies for a second, but not enough to secure a kill. Blast James comes up big, Tim. The double kill off the back of it, and that surely sets his team up for a win. Stomping into one more, and it's going to be a flawless round to kick things itself and saying, forget about your extended hold. We just don't care.
Terrotron is going to remove both the barricade and the barbed wire. Deadshot will remove Stompin. That's going to be the Ashgon, not the end of the world in terms of utility for G2, but we saw the sheer firepower that Stompin was able to bring through Clubhouse. Deadshot doubling down. Nitro kill finds one. Skies onto Alamo, and this attack is quickly falling apart for G2, but we need to remember it is a defensive-sided map. If G2 can come away with a 2-4 or a 3-3, they will be pretty happy with that. They definitely want a bit of this. 5v1, they know that they can get away with it. Doki picks up one, but Asa on the jump.
The offside, who was a little more comfortable for them. First call coming through, and they try and step on forward and try and make something happen here, G2. In fact, it's Alamar stepping up. It's always the Ash players on this team. There's always one of them playing Ash, and there's always one trying to go hyper-aggressive. So far, at least, it starts to work out, but Tim elsewhere, his team has fallen down like a house of cards.
Very, very difficult for these attackers to push forward and be able to clear out. You can see now NAKO exactly that. He's just looking to get a little bit aggressive, get in their faces. Lyra manages to pick up one, but Deadshot with the support of NAKO manages to find Alamo. Last one is cut down on drum stairs. 2-1 to start.
Going externally, shooting through soft walls, for example, to catch out a couple of players. Similar story here where G2 have tried to go nearby. So they're not in a spot to be able to start making a play off the back of these things being locked down. It's been a very slow round for Alamo. Largest been in the same spot for 2 minutes straight. Although apparently, no idea from Azox there that it even got him behind him. Drops the shield, blasts him out into a 3v3. Definitely not looking bad, actually, for the side of G2. I like what they've still got to work with here. Again, the shield is the big driver for me. The other side, not an awful lot to stop him unless Asa can get a very well-placed C4 to shut down the Monty. Final 30 seconds, though, Tim. We've got to get a march on here as G2.
Yeah, time's going to be the big factor. Stompin's working his way around from that rear side, looking to get in behind Bar, but he can't do it as Asa manages to pick up one, but two! Just completely closing down this G2 attack. 10 seconds left to go. Monty the only one left on the cards. There's no way that this gets one for G2. From the Warden and the Lion challenging each other there. Deadshot's going to take a ton of damage as well. Loira.
Dragon area, and something picking up 2 or 3 kills off the back of it is wonderful. Alamau fortunate to not go down here. NACKO being tagged out. Blaz on for a 3 in the round, and now we've got players starting to surround the final 2 that remain. Deadshot getting one back though, and that's the backline removed him. They've lost shrine control. This is going to start feeling real tense now because G2 have largely got site control, but no support from the other side. That lets Gen.G breathe as we've got 30 seconds to play.
Yeah, Deadshot and NACKO have made a real choice there to kind of give up the site to try and just break themselves, fight themselves out of trouble, but it's not likely to work out. Alamau has an opportunity to put the diffuser down. He actually comes off it and goes for the fight instead. I'm kind of thinking, get it stuck. He's kind of dithered a little bit there, and it's given Deadshot an opportunity to move back in, but allow Stompin just to push forward on the back of it. He is slowed down by the Fnatic. His shots are a little bit wild, uncharacteristic for him as he just misses Deadshot there, who's able to secure the kill, and that is a nice entry. Gen.G 5 versus 4, but Deadshot will be down. Skies, however, finds Doki elsewhere with that Tachanka LMG.
And they've got a couple more flying through as well here, Tim. Okay, it's a 3 versus 2, technically, even until Deadshot gets recovered. Should be able to pull back towards his team here, and this isn't really a bother. Again, the reminder, though, this is off on the road, Tim. We're not even looking at sight here. Alamau, again, missing a couple of shots on his step-on through. Shots towards his right.
We've seen the Shamika launcher just getting to work now, starting to burn out that ground. And what that does, as well as preventing him from pushing in a certain way, it sends him another way, and that's predictable then.
You don't get at least a 4-2, if not better here.
I'd agree.
Looking at Sky, it's been one of their favourite maps for a lot. They've got a lot of work to do on the attacking side is the main concern here. G2 are trying to cause a little bit of a headache for you, so that's one thing to respect. I've got themselves a good march on towards site here again. This is where shields really help out. One pin down, that's an easy finish off there coming out for Azox, who's now got his second coming through on the Monty, a one-man army, a mana machine. I don't know which one he is, Tim, but now he's starting to bet onto the mirror as well. He's got the right idea. Look for the players that are supporting him. What he doesn't know is Azox is the gun. He is the one causing trouble. Stompin getting at least one back into a bit of a 1v1 breaking out here as well. The shield break being taken away, and Laura finding his man. Doki and Stompin, one of them being a clash, makes this really hard for Deadshot to recover. He is in sight. It's that flipper position that we've seen a few times throughout the series, but I don't think they let him get away with this one, unfortunately. Tim, try as he might, looking up with a shield in front of his face. He's got to get this one down if he wants to be able to win, but I just don't think they're going to give him the time of day, Tim. Not going to have the chance here, and it's a shot from Stompin up towards top side that gets G2 on the board. The full map player coming on through. The Monty's going to make it quite a bit easier. Laura being pressured now as well. All starting to gather on through. Gets knocked back down as well. Should get... No! Hit by a headshot! Magic! Removes the shield of Laura. Counting his lucky stars at this point, I'm sure. G2 have held them off here for 2 minutes and got 2 kills off the back of it. Wonderful stuff.
I have never seen that. Not only does Loira get knocked down by the shield to begin with, but he's able to react and respond and gets... I'm bringing it out at G2. Those defenders inside a sight, they ain't bothered, let me tell you. They haven't been pressured at all. 2 kills come in. Alamau and Loira. 7 seconds left to go. Stompin cuts down Deadshot, and that is going to be another defenders, but can't find anybody just yet.
Surely Azox runs into him here at some point, but maybe not. There's those shields just going under so much pressure. But surely they get rid of Blaz, they get rid of one, but it's a team kill. No! Loira taking out Azox at the same time, going through his teammate, but despite that, it's G2 coming out on top. Loira hit in a second. It's a 4 versus 1. NACKO. Cry some tears into that bathtub, my friend, because this one is not... Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. If we find...
So much utility. We see the explosives coming out as well. He's able to actually give himself back the HP that he lost from that nitro, from that damage. But it's not going to matter. As he moves into the crossfire, Stompin picks him up.
Alamao's going to swing him. And there's the Banshee to help out in range. Just a really well played 2v1 by G2, I think, realizing...
A little bit aggressive, keep giving that information to his team, keep challenging to hold them at bay should that utility come in. He manages to pick up Deadshot, that's a big start, that's the Grim gone. 5 versus 3 as BLAST, G2 are just running away with this. It's kill after kill. Skies has an answer, a late trade onto BLAST, but it's too little too late.
Yeah.
It is now 2 versus 4, Skies half health, one of those a shield. G2 will just hold themselves back, wait for their opportunities, which they do. Stompin takes down the shield, and it's now 1v3 for Skies.
We've got to hope in here that G2 will get a little bit ego like in the previous round and start swinging out on this one. Not going to give him anything for a while until they hear him. Why not go fast? We're straight in here. Azox is in looking to cause a bit of bother on the blitz already, putting some pressure through. That is not the best C4, but it will keep him at bay at least for now. Deadshot getting one. It's stopping, falling down. Good start here for Gen.G, but now what can they do with it?
Yeah, it's great. This is what I suggested. Maybe just go in and play with a little bit of aggression, play with a little bit of confidence. Take the Gen.G to get themselves back into this one when they really need to. Going to be holding the angle towards the smoke of Alamau, but he manages to get one, make it 2. A long time ago, he was known as the best smoke player in the world when he was back in Brazil, and he's just rolling back the year.
We're down to a 3 versus 3. Still, 2 smokes in the C4 to go behind and a clash. And I tell you what, Tim, speak about hero plays, but give him the K. A 3K in what could be the last round of this game, even to get them to the major. And Alamau has hit a 3rd. Can he find the 4th? And dare I say, even maybe a 5th?
This is absolutely beautiful stuff from Alamau. It's taking me right back to kind of, his Team 1 days. Like I say, back in Brazil, he was well known for his smoke plays, and he has certainly brought them back out. 3 kills in the round. BLAST gets the latest as well, and now Gen.G are going to be killing and kicking themselves. It's a 4K in the round for Alamau. They had it, Des. It was 5 versus 3. The initial aggression went in there, and they were well on top of it, but they just couldn't get it.
Jack, we have a Jack waiting for us. Let's put up the man himself, man of the hour, Donkey.
What's good? What's good?
Jack, I mean, look, congratulations. You made it to Munich. Holy hell.
I appreciate it. Holy hell, we did it. It was a tough playoffs, right? Teams are good. So, yeah, was happy to get to a win and play Clubhouse. So that was fun. Yeah.
Jack, I'm actually curious. Obviously, after EWC Grand Finals, I think everyone had you as a favorite for the Munich Major, and with the bracket and the way it's made, you guys were basically 1 game away from maybe not making it. I'm wondering, like, how did you deal with the pressure of that, knowing that obviously with Stompin in the team, you guys have like thousands of fans that are hyper engaged and want you to succeed?
To be honest, like I'll just be honest. Sorry, my voice is a bit fucked. I'm sick, but like we were pretty nervous after we lost to Secret because we respect Gen.G. We know they've improved a lot, so we knew it wasn't going to be an easy game. And we had to think about the maps because they counter. They're pretty good at countering stuff. That's how they beat us in the middle of the stage. So we had to think about the maps really well, and that's kind of how we ended up on the maps that we went to, which I think really threw them off. Like they were stunned, like a flashbang when the clubhouse was left open. So yeah, like we were nervous because we know it's a good team. Like it's not gonna be like insane if they were to beat us, for example, because it was realistic. Game of Siege. Yeah, it was realistic. So yeah, I'm happy to beat them. We played a really strong Secret last week. I think we could have definitely won that game. We played really poorly on bank and could have closed border. So but we learned from that. We did a good work this week to prepare for Gen.G, and yeah, here we are.
Hello, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Talking about the map bans then, because Clubhouse
you just love that, don't you? You just love it. You just sit there in the mirror going, "Oh, I'm going to say hi, Jack."
I wind myself up for
hi,
it.
Jack back.
I'm like, it's going to be. I've got to wait 40 seconds to say hi, Jack. Anyway, hello, Jack. So speaking about Clubhouse, we actually got a glimpse at the team chat, at the Discord chat of you guys banning Bank to bait the Clubhouse pick. Was this plan all along? Why did you do it?
Yeah. I mean, okay, I'll be honest why we did it. Like, we had been playing club, so we prepared it for Gen.G. We thought that they were gonna be probably wanting to play Bank against us since our recent poor result on it, and they liked the map. So we knew that banning Bank against them would completely shock them, even though like we're very good at Bank and very comfortable. So it was kind of like a suicide ban on our part, if you look at it from the bigger picture. But yeah, like we wanted them to pick club. We prepared for it fully, practiced it all week, knowing that map they're definitely not going to ban. So we were going to pick it if they didn't, if they picked something else.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah,
You were going to pick it?
Yeah, we were going to pick it because they said after they beat us on Chalet, you're not so good now, are you guys? Well, guess what? We just picked our permaban against you, and you got fucked. So get fucked again.
What? Dookie, it was 8-7. It would have went either way.
I don't care.
It was only
I don't
because
care.
you made
And
the
you
play on
sucked
game
the
loss.
entire game.
Yeah. I don't care. It happened, and there it is. So zip it.
Is this your birthday present to MACKO? Because he did say, and we did confirm it is his birthday
Is it his
today.
birthday?
It is definitely his birthday today, yeah.
If I had a heart, I'd feel bad. Oh well.
Just literally ruined his dream of making a first major.
Yep.
On his birthday.
Sorry, Nick.
Boom.
You can still make SI. You probably will from the November finals. So December finals, whatever the hell that is. I don't know.
Honestly, we should look back at the very last round.
But Doki, you've made a hell of a play this round 15 right at the end on the Deimos there.
Yeah.
Just, what, you chuck the guy upstairs and then you run in? What was the thought?
I mean, we already had a kill. I think. Oh no, we didn't.
No.
I lied. Like Carl was in a really strong position with the Monte on site, and he said like the only guy is blue and box 3. We call it box 3, where the Goyo was. And I play that position on the defense, so I know how people react to people pushing. They're not going to swing because they're scared of other things around them. So I knew the track above the guy could maybe call that I'm going to try and kill the guy above, but instead we just said push. I literally just said push, and we just pushed. So
Good.
yeah,
You-
just balls to the wall.
You came alive in the last 2 rounds after a pretty kind of middling majority of the map. So I'm glad you went into it, Doki.
Thank
Good for
you,
you.
Milosh. What are you trying to say there?
Nothing.
You're saying you won G2 the map.
Exactly. That because of you,
And improved
G2
your
were able to pull
engagement.
it. There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
So I carried the team to Munich.
Yeah, honestly,
know.
in the last 2 rounds, you absolutely did.
Thank you.
So narrowing down a bit more, I don't know if you saw Blaz was celebrating there. You had his partner, his cat, everybody
Yeah.
was all together.
His cat
You don't know his cat's name.
celebrates with a cat.
What do you celebrate with? Look at that. Look at that. Come
A
on, it's
beer.
very pretty.
I celebrate with a beer. That's what I celebrate with.
You've got a game in 3 hours, Doki.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Who is it? BDS? Yeah, come on. Wolves?
Come
Yeah,
on.
come on.
Look at this. If you had a cute little cat like that, wouldn't you want to celebrate too?
Actually thinking about getting a cat.
What would your cat's name be?
Loki.
Loki,
My mum said she's gonna get a dog and call it Doki. I was like, huh?
She's already got one, buddy.
I was like, what? So yeah, she already got one. Yeah, nice.
Jack, thank you very much for that. There's always something new to discover when we talk to you, Jack, and it's always a pleasure.
My life's constantly changing. It's like something crazy happens every week.
Yeah,
It's
and
just mad.
I mean, this week the craziest part was you making it to the major, but we'll also get to see you maybe later on tonight, as you still have one more game. So,
Yep.
who do you think you're gonna play against?
Oh, bro, you know, I don't know. Like, if Wolves come show what they did against Secret last week, it could be a closer game. So I think BDS should win it on paper because they're probably their playstyle's harder to prepare against than Wolves. But Wolves played really good last week. I have friends on Wolves, so yeah, I don't know. I have friends on both teams, bro. It's hard, so I don't really care. I want the best team to make the major, so Europe has the best competitive showing, and we don't get shown up again
No.
by Brazil.
No. I'm very hopeful that that will not happen. Anyways, Doki, thank you very much. We hope to see you later on
guys.
today. Have a good night.
It's what proved G2 right in those defenses because, yes, Gen.G was leading 4-2 in Skyscraper, but they could not win a single attack because of the defense play style of G2.
Yeah, it was like the complete opposite of the illustration you showed right at the start of
Exactly.
this fixture, Leo, where you said their limitation, like you said, was being split. The reactions, particularly on the shields there, were really, really good from me.